shut the fuck up talking about no face detected. Fucking right here. Getting everything set up and ready. Cut it out.
Pew pew.
God bless and great day, everybody. Mm, that's raggedy, these stale ass blunts. God bless and great day, everybody. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for another blessed day. And it is Friday, and everybody know each and every Friday it is smoking with the King, gang. What's the deal? Smoke gang. What's good, Smoke gang? Hold on, let me get us going over here on IG. You gotta get IG going too. Y'all know we gotta get all the platforms popping now. We'll be playing when it comes to getting the platforms popping. How everybody doing today? Y'all having a blessed day today? Cause I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just fine. Can't y'all tell? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had a busy week. Week was a little bit so busy that it went by much faster than I even thought that it was going. Like I didn't even realize today was Friday until yesterday. I'm like, damn, tomorrow is Friday. I got to catch up with Smoke Gang. Y'all know I love catching up with Smoke Gang, letting y'all in on my secrets, telling y'all how I live my life and be happy, working on showing y'all how to be happy at all times. Because that's what we do, Smoke Gang. We work on being happy and being positive and knowing that our faith, our hard work, and our dedication is going to pay off. We don't just talk about it paying off. We know it's going to pay off. Like, because when you got faith and you do hard work, it pay off. I don't care who you is. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep putting in the work. As long as you putting in the work, everything going to be fine. So again, thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for another blessed day. Yeah, thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for another blessed day. And I'm glad y'all came and joined me today, Smoke Gang, with another Smoking with the King each and every Friday. It's been at 4 o'clock since I've been on FMTV Season 6 on Bigo. So we've been starting it at 4 o'clock, which is cool. So today's topic is boss life. I know y'all like, what you mean? Why that's the topic? Why you call it boss life? Why you say that? Well, see, everybody want to be a boss, and everybody want to live a boss life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be able to go to the grocery store and just buy whatever the fuck they want from the grocery store. Everybody want to be able to just buy their kids any and everything they want for their kids. Everybody want to live in a big old nice house with a pool in it. Everybody want to live, you know what I'm saying, like they John Gotti or Scarface or somebody. You know what I'm saying? All the money in the world doing whatever they feel like they can do. But don't nobody want to have faith and put in the work in they self to complete the effort of doing these things. Like all you got to do is have faith, put in some work, and accomplish the goals that you set. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who know what the have faith part is, God bless you, because y'all all know we rocks with the Lord over here. Jesus Christ is the one and only. So, have faith. Having faith in the things that you're doing, and having faith in knowing that the things you're doing are aligned with God and according to God's plan and His will, those type of things will take you to the next level. Those are the type of things that a lot of people be like, oh, okay, I see this one. He didn't come to play. I see she came to really put it down. That's because you got faith in what you're doing, and you feel strongly about it, and you doing it. You doing the work. So yeah, when you really want to be a boss and you really want to live a boss life, you gonna put in boss work. See, a lot of y'all forget that in order to be the boss, you got to put in the work that the boss put in. A lot of y'all think y'all could just sneak up in the ranks and stab the boss in the back. Like, dawg, y'all think y'all gonna get all these men to side with you. What y'all don't know is one of them men just really trying to get a promotion. They finna see how far you gonna go with this plot. And then as soon as you take it too far, they gonna go right to the boss and tell the boss, and then you gonna get knocked off. My bad, did I tell them? I guess they told on you too. Ha! Yeah, because everybody want to live the boss life. It be so funny. I be watching all these women, how they be cutting up on these men. If the man work at Waffle House, I can't date him. I can't be with no dude working at Waffle House. And this and that. And if it's this, it's like this. Or if it's like that. And like, lady, do y'all know how hard it is for a man to even make a nice amount of money as a man, especially a black man? Do y'all know how hard it is for a black man to make a nice amount of money out here? Do y'all even care? A lot of y'all don't. And that's why I'm talking about this topic right now today. Because a lot of y'all think that these black men make this type of money and they strive to get to where they at, and they put in all this work just so they can have somebody come around and mess up the whole play. Because they feel like he ain't treating her bossy enough. What do you mean? Like, explain it to me. Everybody want the boss life, but don't nobody want to put in the work to be the boss. Everybody want to get what the boss got, but don't nobody want to put in the work that the boss had to put in to get things that he got. Boss life. Yo, I ride around in a nice car. I ride around with the nice jewels. I ride around rocking the rollies, and I ride around with the baddest bitches, smoking the fattest blunts, drinking the best drinks in the best hotels, doing all these things that y'all so used to me doing. Y'all so used to me doing all these things. I'm doing all these things, right? Boss life. What did it take for him to get there to do all these things? Like, y'all ain't even understanding that he literally had to come from a long way. He had to come from a long way to get to where he at. Like, it doesn't just work like, he started something and all of a sudden, boom, now he living the boss life. Now he rocking suits and top hats and gaiters and full lengths. You know what I'm saying? And he just out here like, yeah. It ain't just happen overnight like that, for real. It ain't just go from him being broke to boss life. No. Didn't happen like that. Everybody want the boss life, but nobody want to have faith in hard work and believe that you can achieve your own boss life. And that's where the problem is lying at. So this episode ain't even finna really be about dating or none of that. It's finna be about everybody need to search their inner self and find the best version of themselves. You can't be a boss. You can't even live with the bosses. You can't fuck with the bosses or none of that shit if you don't know the best version of yourself. See, now I'm going to tell y'all what a lot of y'all do. And it's funny to me. A lot of y'all will start putting on this act, right? And as y'all start putting on this act, y'all will try to form this person that all these people want to be around and all these people want to hang around and things like that. But at the end of the day, it don't ever really work out. Because when it comes time to actually be that actual person, and this person needs you to be that person, you can't be that person because that person is never who you was from the beginning. It was always a facade, a front you was putting on, trying to act like you belonged in the circle. And that's where the problem lies. Like when you see bosses hanging together, really real, like really see them hanging together, real bosses living boss life, doing boss life things, those people have been through things. Not only have they been through things, but these people have overcome the things that they've been through, the struggle that they started in, they will never go back to it again. It'll never be that again. Because see, when you build in a life for yourself as a boss, as a person like that, you don't start just to be like, well, all right, well, I reached this point and I can stop now, and not all of a sudden he don't want to make no money no more, she don't want to make no money no more, and just because all the bills on auto pay, they like, well, I got enough money to pay my bills for about a good 20, 30 years, so I ain't got to, work no more. That ain't how bosses think. That ain't even almost how bosses think. And this is why a lot of y'all be wanting the boss life, and it's funny because some of y'all actually meet a boss. Y'all will meet a boss and get with a boss, and then y'all will wonder why y'all can't contain the boss or maintain being with the boss and stay with the boss. Y'all will wonder why. Like, what's going on? Why this person didn't stick with me like that? What's the issue? Because they didn't have to front to get to where they are. They had to be their authentic self most of the time and grind and work hard. And when they went to battle, they battled blood, sweat, and tears. And yeah, when they came back, they was the conqueror. They overcame. To the victor go the spoils. And that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, you got to look into yourself and find the best version of yourself. A lot of people scared to look into themselves and weave out the bullshit in them. Like, yeah, it's easy to look at somebody else and talk about the bullshit somebody else got going on in their life and how he ain't right in this area, she ain't right in this area. Why she don't do this, or why she don't do that, or why things like this, or why things like that. Those are simple things to do, which is criticize someone else. But a lot of y'all won't look in the mirror and criticize yourself. And then when y'all hear people criticizing you, you will get mad at them for telling you what you need to work on to make you a better person. You can't get mad at that. You got to understand, like, people, especially bosses, if you are a boss and you care about the person around you, you're going to want them to conform themselves into being a real boss, doing what real bosses do. You understand? Like, as a king, you're not going to walk around your castle just throwing trash all around your castle just because you got people that'll clean it up for you. You're a trash-ass king, and nobody wants to be under a trash-ass king. You get it? And this goes for everywhere he go. As a king, wherever he go, even if he don't have to touch a plate or none of that, he not finna leave no trash area just because, nah, it's not how he work. It's not how shit like that work. Like, when you a boss, when you a real boss, you do boss shit. When you go and handle business, you really go handle business. You take care of shit. You done found the best part of you, and you like, I'm finna get him the best part of me. I'm not finna play with nobody. They not finna get a half-ass version. They not getting 75%. They not even getting 100%. They finna get 110% every time we come out the gate. Because I'm a boss. I live a real boss life. This ain't nothing like, this ain't just nothing that we put on for show. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is me through and through. And it's going to always be me. That's just how it go. Like, so a lot of y'all will go off into these places and y'all will slide off and sneak off into these places and y'all will end up getting good with some of these people. And y'all will get to wondering, like, why my life not like this? Why I can't live like this? Why I ain't been living like this? Because you not trying to be the same type of person that these people are. Like, see, as a boss, you got to realize, as a boss, bosses don't mind helping take care of other people. They don't mind doing that. You know what I'm saying? Now, they're not going to be used. It's a big difference between being used and helping take care of somebody else. It's a big difference. They're not going to let nobody use them because you got to remember, they're boss. They came through struggle. They done overcome things. They done conquered things. They not just finna let somebody use them. You understand? So what they will do is after they see that they didn't help this person and it don't look like this person is going in the right direction, what they will do is they'll start giving this person some pointers. They'll start pointing them in this direction. Then they'll start telling them, well, do this thing right here or do this thing right there. And if you start, maybe if you do this a little bit like this, maybe you'll get a different outcome. They'll start giving them options. They'll start suggesting things to them. Because as a real boss, you don't want none of the people around you just to be, you know, just around. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody wants a person that's just gonna be, oh man, this person, they not even trying to do better. They just content just being right there. You know what I'm saying? No. Nobody wants that, and it's in real life. Like, nobody wants that. Everybody wants to see the best version of yourself. Now, if you sweeping the floor and mopping hallways and like you get joy out of doing that and you feel really extremely prideful, people will be able to tell. And then a person wouldn't try to not stop you from doing that. You understand? Because as a boss, you got to understand. You got to be able to look at people and see where they belong. You got to be able to assess people from the moment you meet them to the moment you gone, and understand why they're where they're at. And even if you don't get an understanding, you got to understand why it's not your place to judge. They not working for you. You understand? And then again, in some cases, if they are working for you and you just trying to help them move up, maybe they don't have the capacity to move up. You see what I'm saying? So as a boss, you going to have to understand, like, well, I got a good janitor. You see what I'm saying? You can't be mad that you friends with the janitor because you the boss. Right. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. A lot of y'all will get mad that y'all friends with people who not doing as well as y'all doing because y'all friends with them. Get out your own head and start to realize that sometimes it's not about you, it's about them. That person might be content being a janitor because they seen their granddaddy or their grandma being a janitor, and they seen how their grandma or their granddaddy built a life doing that. They seen how their grandma or granddaddy took care of 8, 10, 15, 20 people being a janitor. Cleaning up people's schools or office buildings or hotels and things like that. So, as a boss, living the boss life, you got to understand, just because you see a person there, number one, it don't always mean that they're going to stay there. That's number one. Number two, even if they do stay there, this might have been their purpose. You understand? As a boss, you got to always realize that sometimes you can't force a person to see that they might have a bigger purpose. You got to always remember, as the boss, you people are looking up to you as well. So you got to always live a boss life as you are. You can't just stop and get mad every time you see one of the workers not doing the right thing. You can't just be like, oh man, it's because this person is like, yo, well, boss, I didn't make it today, boss. I was kind of behind on a couple rooms, and I didn't know what was going on, boss. Please forgive me. So, it's just stuff like that you have to think about. And as people, we really don't be thinking about those types of things all the time. And that's why a lot of y'all have to realize everybody's not a boss. Everybody can't live a boss life. I'm sorry to have to say it like that, but the truth is the light. Sorry, not sorry. If your feelings hurt, go look in the mirror and see if you're one of those people that knows how to accept constructive criticism, or if you're one of those people that be like, nah, who would you tell me? You gotta realize, everybody, we need to realize as people, we can't always be right. We didn't write the script. You understand? Like, if you didn't write the script, how you feel like you write? Like, the script can change in the blink of an eye, the snap of a finger. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? Do y'all get what I'm telling y'all? Like, it don't just work how y'all think it work just because, like, somebody like, yo, I said it go like this. You got to do it like that. Don't always work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people might not know how to do it like that. Some people you might have to teach them how to do it like that. They might have came from a place where they did it differently. They might have came from a place where they instead of folding the socks up, they hung them all on a hanger. Hey, no judgment. I'm just saying. And as a boss, you gotta realize that you gotta learn how to peep certain things about people. You gotta get an understanding. Gang, gang. Y'all already know it's 420, gang. Y'all know what we doing. Smoke gang shit. Yeah, but you know you gotta have understanding. As a boss, you gotta have this type of understanding because everybody not conform. Number one, to be a boss, everybody not conform to fit into the same bag. Everybody was built to get their bags differently, and this is what we all need to know. Like, we all know that it's people out here that get all types of get hella money doing all type of crazy negative street shit. You know what I'm saying? But we all know it's also a whole bunch of niggas that's in jail from the same things. Right? Right. Not boss shit. But we also know it's a whole bunch of people out here who done built their businesses from the ground up. And they might make about $100,000 a year now, right? So you looking at that like, well, he ain't no millionaire. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, y'all be so busy trying to live the boss life, thinking you know what it takes to live the boss life, because you the boss. You know what I'm saying? You know what it takes. You know what he had to do to get to making $100,000 a year, over and over again, consistently. Oh yeah, right. Because he done made $100,000 a year over and over again for 4 years straight now. But you like, he ain't making millions. He ain't nobody. He ain't no boss. Because you know. Because you just so happen to get hit by an NFL player. Or by a basketball player. Or by a famous author. Somebody just so happen to give you a couple dollars to smack you on your backside and run off and bust you wide. And now all of a sudden, you know what the fuck it take to be a motherfucking millionaire. You a boss now. You living the boss life. If y'all don't fucking get a grip on yourself. Some of y'all been blessed to be in some situations to see a few things to get an understanding of what it's like to really live a boss life. Let me tell some of you young men something. You young men, y'all act like, because y'all out in the street touching on a couple dollars, and that y'all, moving and shaking a certain kind of way, that y'all are the only ones that ever did this shit. Y'all act like y'all the only ones that ever touched the kind of money that y'all touching. Y'all act like y'all the only ones that ever did it. Sorry to tell y'all, but there's people out here still doing it way bigger than y'all right now. But that's a story for another day. The point is those people had to do something different too. You understand? Like, in order to be the boss, you got to learn when to adjust and shift your business. Yeah, see? A lot of y'all get stuck thinking, oh, he the boss, so he can just make it run this way. He can make it run that way because he the boss. She can make it run this way because she the boss. The boss got control. They can do what they want, right? No. Let me tell y'all the funny thing about being a boss. The boss has to be nice to the consumer. Ain't that crazy? Wait, y'all, wait. The boss got to be nice to the consumer. He got to be nice to the people that's buying the shit. What he got to be nice to them for? He got way more money than them. The boss got to be nice to the consumer, and y'all confused on why. Because y'all ain't bosses. You don't have a boss mentality. If you had a boss mentality, I wouldn't have to tell you why the boss has to please the consumer. See, no. Let's not get it twisted. We're not saying that the boss gonna bend over backwards and just go out his way for every irrational customer. No. That's not how this works. See, a real boss, he gonna come out, he gonna assess the situation, and he gonna come up with the best solution for the situation and for the whole establishment, for the whole job itself. Because the boss, he the owner, so he don't want the place to get, bad reviews. Unlike some of you other unruly people, right? Y'all unruly people, let me tell you what y'all do. Y'all gonna cuss at the customer. Y'all gonna tell the customer, fuck you, get out. Y'all gonna listen, I'm finna go on break. Break only 10 minutes. Y'all gonna stay 20. Y'all not built for this shit. If you was built to be a boss, you would do boss shit. You know what bosses have to do? When the boss gotta close down the store and say he working with 300 employees, right? Oh, this one finna get you. This one finna get you right here, dog. Yo, he got 300 employees, right, gang? Smoke gang. Y'all know I ain't listen, I'm finna give y'all some juice. The boss got 300 employees. He gonna be the last one to leave the building. How long you think it's gonna take 300 motherfuckers to leave work? Y'all all get off at 12 o'clock. For some strange reason, though, the boss didn't get home at 2:30. What happened? Can anybody tell me what happened? Can anybody tell me why the boss didn't get home till 2:30? Everybody else got home before 1. The boss ain't get home till 2:30. Can anybody explain to me why? Do anybody know? Boss life. That's what I'm telling y'all right now. The boss got to do extra shit. So when he close up the business, now you got to walk around and make sure everything is everything. You got to make sure people didn't steal stuff from here. You got to make sure all the cameras are set up and the security is working. You got to make sure all the paperwork is done and set up and proper for tomorrow, for the next day. See, a boss got to think for the future and the whole company all the time. Literally all the time. If it's his company, 9 times out of 10, that's all he thinking about. Listen, he could be married. He can have 5 kids. Listen, the only way I was able to get this wife and these 5 kids was through this business. Like, my wife seen my drive, and she like, no, I gotta, I'm with him. And she stuck with me. And we ended up having 5 kids. And you know what? I've been working this business for 20 years. And she been with me 15. What you want me to tell you? Like, yeah, I had my business 5 years longer than her. Yeah, that's what I think about on a daily basis, constantly. You know why? Because the business gonna foot the bill. The business gonna make sure she got everything she need at home. The business gonna make sure the kids can go to college and get a real education. The business gonna make sure if they don't be able to go to college, they gonna have a job at least still, for sure. Because you can come work for Pops. You understand? Boss life. Boss got to think ahead all the time. Everybody on your team, just because everybody on your team, don't mean they got the same vision as you. Let me explain what I mean to y'all. You can have some good motherfuckers on your team, right? For real, right? But if your vision is bigger than what they see, then they can only play the part that they know how to play. they might not be able to play the part that you want them to play in the bigger role that you want them to play in. They might not know how to do that. But as the boss, you're gonna have to be able to assess that and figure that out as you going and find somebody for the role. These are the things that the boss had to do. And guess what? If he can't find nobody for the role as he's moving forward, guess who's gonna have to work that position? See, y'all don't. Y'all better stop talking about this boss life. Everybody want to be the boss. Nobody want to put in the work. Nobody want to. Okay. What I'm telling y'all, Smoke Gang, is there are people out here that are extremely extraordinary when it comes to handling business. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. Look at Elon Musk. Look at Donald Trump. Hell, let's just take a look. These people are extremely extraordinary when it comes to handling business. And I don't say that just because they're rich. You got to pay attention. Rich people not just rich because they rich. A lot of y'all think that's why a lot of y'all not cut out to be, y'all not built for this. So listen, a lot of y'all feel like that these people got money because they created this and they just had money. Boom. So let's go back in time. All right, Donald Trump might have came from money, right? He might have came from money. But let's just look at it like this, right? 50 Cent's son came from money. Why he ain't got none? Hold on, wait. Y'all stuck? Y'all stuck? Y'all don't understand? Let me explain it to you. Because Donald Trump, when he came from that money and how he got that money, he learned that it was a business motto that went with making that money. So instead of just taking the money, what he did was he learned the business motto that went with making the money, and he took the money and he started making money too. You know why 50 Cent's son ain't got no money? Out of 50 Cent mouth, not mine. I told my son I set him up with something where he can make $1 million a month. He didn't want to do it. 50 Cent said the young man is lazy. Ain't that funny? I think it's funny. You know why? Because 50 Cent had to work extra hard. The man got shot 9 times. How many people y'all know got shot 9 times can say they still here? It's so crazy because, honest to God truth, I know somebody who got shot a few times and they still here. But that's beside the point. Again, that's a story for another day. The point is, 50 Cent went through a lot of stuff to become the person that he is. And his son ain't went through a tenth of the shit that he been through. And he think he's supposed to gain all the benefits. And that's not how life works. Like as a boss, a real boss, living boss life, you're going to teach your children how to make money. This is how that works. I'm going to teach you how to make money. I'm not just going to give you money because I made a lot of money. No. When I die and you inherit the money, then oh well. Then let God let you blow it however you blow it. But while I'm here, while I can still give you some good advice, while I can still show you what to do with your life and show you how to make some money instead of just give it to you, I ain't going to just give it to you. I'm sorry. I'm your pops. I'm smarter than that. How you think I got all the money? Maybe if you wasn't such a spoiled child, you understand that I'm telling you that I'm going to show you how to be who I am. But see, his son, he didn't take that. He's a spoiled child. He's all talking crazy about him. But anyway, again, y'all can go find that out for yourself. See, y'all go see all that shit yourself. The point is, living the boss life, you can't just give people money because you the boss. And just because you take care of a lot of people don't mean the people that you're taking care of not taking care of you as well. You got to remember, the boss who had to stay at the building and make sure the 300 employees left the building and they were safe and they were straight and he couldn't leave and he didn't get home at 2:30, but they all got home before 1. All those employees worked 8 to 12 hour shifts before they left. So they made him this money. They made themselves some money too. But they made him some money. You understand? So he ain't just a boss and looking out for them and just taking care of them just because they there. You got to pay attention, gang. Boss life is it's real shit out here. Bosses, they mind be calculating all the time. It don't stop. And this is what I'm telling y'all. Y'all got to look inside of who you are and find the best version of yourself if you want the boss life. Because living the boss life, you ain't coming half-ass. How many bosses y'all know just stay home because they sick? I don't know many. I'm just being honest. Let's talk to Jordan. They say Jordan played through the whole playoffs and he had almost damn near had the flu. And I ain't even finna get off into what else he played. You know what I'm saying? How else he played. How else he got off. But this is just me telling y'all got to look at what real bosses do in boss life. Like, they not just people who out here screaming, I'm a boss. As a matter of fact, until they own a business, most bosses don't even be like, yo, I'm a boss like that. Nah, most of them humble. Like, nah, I'm just me, man. I'm working on helping everybody, taking care of everybody, and doing what we can do. But then when you become the boss and you sitting in the boss chair, you know what I'm saying? Even though you had already had all these visions to be who you was gonna become, it's still different. Because just because you didn't have the visions, now you got to start dealing with the people and seeing if the people gonna ride with your vision. You see what I'm saying? It ain't easy to be the boss. Shit, sometimes you gotta fire your family. Sometimes you gotta fire your best friend. Sometimes you gotta tell these same people, nah, you broke that over there, so I gotta take this out your check. What you gonna do then? Everybody want the boss life, but nobody want the boss problems, huh? I mean, hey, I ain't mad at y'all. I get it. I'm telling y'all, I get it. I wholeheartedly understand it. Listen, for a long time, I used to run around screaming, I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss. Now, mind you, as I was saying this, I did employ people. So it's not like I wasn't really a boss. But I didn't have all the boss characteristics of a boss. Because, pay attention, I want y'all to miss this. I wasn't leading properly. See, listen, as a boss, when you hire a new employee, right, you got to monitor that employee. You got to make sure they're doing things right. You got to make sure that they fit in with the rest of the people. You got to make sure that, everything is cool with you and that employee, right? Now, if everything isn't going smoothly for that employee as the boss, you might first send somebody over there to see if that person can help, right? Because you the boss. So you done trained a few other people that's around and, boom. Let me see if Doggy can get him together. Let me see if baby girl can go get her together. However that work, right? But that person might not be able to foot the bill. And there ain't nothing against that person. It's just everybody learns differently. And then to add on to that, with you being the boss, most of the time people pay closer attention to the boss. So when you, as the boss, went down there to show this person what was going on, they paid a little bit more attention and they actually picked up on how to do the job. So what I'm saying to you is the boss's job is never over. Everybody want to live a boss life. And that's all right, let's go here. Everybody want to have a boss. Everybody want to be with a boss. Everybody want to live the boss life and everybody want to be with a boss, right? But can't nobody deal with the boss doing the things that made him or her the boss to keep them being the boss. Half the time, y'all don't even want to help them. Most of the time, y'all just talking shit to them like they ain't put in mad work, mad effort to get to where they at. They ain't had mad drive. They ain't had mad blood, sweat, and tears. They ain't had mad nights with ramen noodles. They ain't had mad hungry nights where they didn't eat because they was putting everything into. Y'all act like they didn't go through so much stuff to become the people who they became. Nah, this ain't that. And see, a lot of y'all, it was crazy, and this not even about relationships, but I'm finna just touch on this topic for a split second. A lot of the people in our culture will see a black man with a lot of money, and they'll think because he got a lot of money that and he living the boss life that they can go and be up under him, and then they'll be living the boss life too. And they think it's just simple like that. Or as they say, a woman to go and find a man who already got it and think she got it made from here on out. And it don't necessarily work like that. Because in all actuality, before he just foot the bill for you for the rest of your life, he'll go and find one of the old fucks that he had that he trusted a little bit, and he'll foot the bill for her. Pay attention. What I'm telling y'all is a boss. In order for him to really want to help you become a boss, he got to see that he can trust you, number one. And number two, he got to see that you got the drive and you got the same spirit that he or she got that wanted them to get there. If you don't got the same spirit that helped them get there, how can they help you? You not me, number one. And number two, you don't even got the drive. You ain't even trying to bite down. What's the problem? What's the problem, y'all? A lot of y'all will think that these people be being unfair when they tell people, yo, I don't want to talk to that person. I ain't trying to deal with that person. I don't want to be around that person and this, that, and the other. Shit like that. They don't be being funny. When you live in the boss life, the energy that you have around you make a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think. You always thinking as the boss. You always thinking. You always looking for new creative ideas. You always looking for new workers. You always looking for something to add to your business as a boss. Listen, y'all got to pay attention. Anybody who think a lot know thinking can be stressful. Especially depending on what you're thinking about, right? So we all know thinking can be stressful. And we all know the boss got a lot on his mind. Why you want to deal with a boss if you trying to add more to his plate instead of erase? If you're not trying to take some of the burden off of the boss, he don't want you. Or she don't want you. Let me say that how I go. He or she don't want nobody who gonna be a liability. They got enough of those. They the boss. You get it? Boss life. In boss life, bosses already got a bunch of people around them that's a liability. They already got that. They don't need no more extra liabilities. Every boss, I don't give a fuck who they are. Every boss is looking for an asset. A trustworthy, loyal asset. I'm going to say it again. Every boss is looking for a trustworthy, loyal asset. If you can't be a trustworthy, loyal person to the boss and you're actually an asset, they don't want you. They don't need you around because they got too much on their mind. When you live in the boss life and you making boss moves and you thinking about boss things, you thinking about bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're not thinking about bigger most of the time because you're greedy. You thinking about bigger because you want to add more people. You want to do more for others. You want to keep doing more for more people. So as the boss, that's just how you feel. You flat out want to do as much as you can for as many people as you can all the time. Not just sometimes. So y'all got to understand, this is what listen, I'm compacting a lot into this little episode, so y'all got to pay attention. What I'm telling y'all is as a boss, sometimes your feelings be hurt. You have hurt feelings because the people that sometimes you want to do stuff for, you can't do stuff for them. And you know what? If the person really, really, really cares about you, like they really think you really are an asset and they can't do nothing for you, they gonna cuss you out. They gonna talk shit to you. They gonna make you feel bad. Sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes. And this happens because not only do they see the potential in you to be a much greater person than who you are, but you got them in a place where they feel bad, where they can't help you. So y'all gotta understand, the boss life ain't everything that y'all want it to be. All y'all always screaming, I want a boss. He gotta be a boss. She gotta be a boss. This, that, and the other. Boss, boss, boss. Boss life. Everybody want the boss life. Nobody want to do what it take to get there. Nobody want to do what it take to be with the boss. Nobody want to do what it take to be the boss. And that's the problem, man. That's what I'm telling you. If you ain't looked into yourself and found the best version of yourself, you don't need to be dealing with nobody. You don't need to talk to nobody. Because guess what? It's a boss inside of every one of y'all. And that's all I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck if you're going to be the boss at being a janitor and sweeping floors. You could be the best motherfucking floor sweeper mopper that ever lived. You know what you do? You open up your own janitorial service and you do so. And you be that. Nothing is wrong with that. People hire maids to come and clean they fucking everything all the time. Trust me, I know, because I hired a maid. What y'all want me to tell y'all? Like, I'm just being honest with y'all. Like, if you want to be the person who you claim you want to be, then stop complaining so much and put in the effort and be the person who you want to be. Don't just be the person who always talking about, well, dang, look at that person over there, man. They got all this stuff going on. They doing all this stuff, man. Why I ain't got nothing going on like that? Why I ain't doing this? I be trying to do this, and I be trying to do that. And then, don't none of that stuff paying out for me like that. Why it ain't paying it out? Why it ain't working for me? You fucking clown. Shut up. It ain't working for you because that ain't your lane. Find your motherfucking lane. Again, a lot of y'all can criticize other people. Y'all talk down on them. Y'all feel like y'all done lived the boss life. Y'all done been with a person who done had a few and showed you a few. So now you think you know what it is, but you don't know shit. If that person ain't showed you shit, they ain't told you shit. They ain't tell you how they got there. They ain't tell you the years of blood, sweat, and tears that it took to get there. They ain't tell you how much guts it took for them to pick up and dig out and go through and pull up on it. Y'all think y'all know. Y'all don't really know. It be so funny to me that all y'all be running around here screaming about how bossy y'all is. How are y'all so bossy? None of y'all are really doing what real bosses do. Real bosses employ people and they take care of people. I know. But y'all just got to deal with it. Y'all not bosses. Y'all not at a place where y'all can help take care of others and it's okay. Y'all not at a place where y'all can employ others and it's okay. Y'all not at a place where y'all can put people in position where they can help take care of themselves. And that's okay. Listen, what I'm telling you is once you dig deep, I mean really dig deep, be ugly as fuck to yourself, and find the ugliest parts of yourself and rip them shits out of you, right? And then you take the best parts of yourself and you exercise them motherfuckers every day, all day, constantly exercising the best parts of you, right? And then you start to become the best version of who you are. You start to be the best cook or the best speaker or the best basketball player or the best auntie or the best uncle or the best cousin or whatever. But you got to start looking into yourself. You can't just keep looking at all the bosses and wondering why the bosses got all these friends, all these networks, and all this stuff going on, and you not doing the same thing the boss is doing, and you wondering why my life is going like this. Why ain't my life going better? Why ain't things happening for me? because you want to be the boss, you want to live the boss life, you want to claim you the boss, but you're not doing boss shit. Bosses have to make hard decisions. A lot of y'all don't like sacrifice. You know how much bosses have to sacrifice? A lot of y'all are selfish. You know how selfless a lot of bosses have to be all the time? A lot of y'all are arrogant and cocky. Bosses have to be humble. See, these are things that everybody claim that they are, but put in any given situation, you show your true colors. And this is why a lot of y'all can't live the boss life. This is why a lot of y'all don't have boss mentality. This is why a lot of y'all can't even hang around and be around the bosses. Because the mindset that you have is far from boss life. Boss life people have to think about others, have to think about themselves. They have to put others first. A lot of times, boss life people have to be on the back burner. They have to put themselves on the boss life people have to put themselves on the back burner. For instance, I'm finna give y'all a pleasant view of boss life, putting himself on the back burner just for the sake of other people. So the boss life, he finna take the company on a company trip. So on this company trip, he has lodging, which is a roof over your head, place for you to sleep and be warm, and cook even if you want to cook, wash up, be clean, brush your teeth, things like that. Lodging. He has food. Right. So you don't even have to cook if you don't want to cook. Because there's already food there. He's already got us at an establishment where we can room service if we need room service or order and all that because he done already, that's boss life, right? Or he done catered already. Caterers there with food, warm food cooked. And again, if you don't want, he's willing to accommodate. Boss life. Just think about this now. Just think about this. He already bought food. But he's also willing to accommodate those who's not going to eat the food that he's already bought. Pay attention. Company trip now. Company trip going to last for 3 days. So he's already paid the caterer for the 3 days. 300 people, 50 people on this trip don't eat the food that's catered. So for 3 days, that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 50 different people because they don't eat the food that the caterer is cooking. Okay, so he gonna foot that. Not a problem. Everybody got their little rooms. Everybody cool with their little sleeping areas. Somebody come to the boss and say, yo, this person's too loud. Is there a way that I can switch rooms or something like that? Guess what the boss gonna do? Company trip. He gonna accommodate. He gonna call room service. Tell them, yo, the people next to my people, they got things going on. I'm gonna either need y'all to have them move or move my people. Boss life. This type of stuff that bosses have to do. So y'all know when y'all get those random knocks at y'all room doors and the room service people just so happen to tell y'all, you know, you have to switch rooms. We're sorry. We're having such and such issues with the room, this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. It's bullshit. It's because the boss who was able to pay for the bill to accommodate his people then paid them to get you up out of there. Now you got to go to a whole different room. You see what I'm saying? Boss life. So now he done accommodated them. See what I'm saying? Not to add on to that, we haven't even gotten to the festivities. He set up a little tourist trip for where they were. Then they did a little nightlife out to the bar. He did a few rounds of drinks on him. because he the boss. You know what I'm saying? So things like this, even though he had fun and he enjoyed himself doing these things, and even though it was a company paid trip, even though he might even get taxes back for the trip, at the end of the day, you still got to think he footed the bill for these things. And nobody was even offering to give him a dime back. Nobody was even offering to be like, yo, boss, is there anything I could do? Do you need me to do, take leadership role while we're here so no one has to bother you and this, that, and the other? No one offered any of these type of services, even though the boss footed the bill for 300 people, accommodated 50 different people because of their meal types, and then woke up out of his sleep. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. It was like 1:30 in the morning. He got woke up and had the people change the rooms. Woke up out of his sleep at 1:30 in the morning. Knowing he already don't sleep, right? Because he the boss. Up early, down late. To accommodate the room switch. And after he accommodated the room switch, guess what? He didn't get mad. He ain't cussed nobody out. He wasn't frustrated about the trip when he got back. Guess what? Y'all got back to work and everything was back to the basics. Work as usual. And you know why? Because he the boss. He already knew that it was going to be things that were going to happen on the trip. So immediately he put himself on the back burner. From the very beginning of the trip, he put himself on the back burner. Because he knew he might have to take care of this. He might have to take care of that. He might have to deal with this. And all that says, I took y'all on a company vacation, but I'm not going to be able to vacate. Not at all. Because I'm going to have to make sure everyone is accommodated. I'm going to have to make sure everything is running smoothly. I'm going to have to make sure all the money that I paid to pay for us to make sure we have a good time isn't wasted. So, a lot of y'all who be wanting to live this boss life and be wanting to scream, I'm a boss and all this and that and shit like that, y'all don't understand what it takes to be a boss. This is why a lot of y'all can't live the boss life. This is why a lot of y'all not with the bosses who y'all think y'all should be with. This is why a lot of y'all will never be able to date the bosses who y'all think y'all should be able to date. Because these type of people take on so much. They carry so much weight. And they be so scared to pawn off just a little bit of that weight to somebody else. Because if you fumble that, you didn't just fuck up for them. That means you fucked up for them and whoever the fuck else they was actually carrying that for. So now you done fucked up for them, all of them, and yourself, and you got him or her looking bad. When they could have just did it themselves. Boss life. And this be the thing. A lot of times y'all will be like, yo, well, why this person just don't ask for help? Because asking for help ain't just that simple. Sometimes a person will be like, you know what, it's just better if I do it myself because if I fuck up something, then it's on me. But if I let you do it and you fuck up something, then that's on me too. You get it? Y'all understand? Boss life. When the boss there, he gotta pay for your fuck up. If you fuck up and you with the boss, he gotta pay for that. Even if the people around cuss you out for it, guess who gotta pay for that? See, y'all don't be understanding the burden that a real boss carries. Being the boss, not only are you always working on making your company look good, but you always working on making sure that your employees, the people who work for you, the people who are like family to you on a daily basis, the people who you have grew to love, are still sane and doing the right things. Because if everybody not doing the right things, then some shit can be fucked up and shit ain't gonna run right, and then shit ain't gonna be right. And y'all already know when shit ain't right, then the boss, he what you mean? He's stressed out now. So that means all the regular thinking that he was doing about creating and building, helping and adding on. And now he got to think about straightening up the situation, fixing it, and make sure everything is. You see the difference in the thought pattern? So y'all got to understand, being the boss and living the boss life, it ain't all glitz and glamour. It ain't all trips and vacates. It ain't all fancy dinners and all. It ain't always, we at these nice rooms and it ain't always that. Like a lot of y'all think that just being the boss is just always that. It's always, everything is always up. A lot of you all think when you are the boss, you always up. Most of the time, the boss is down. I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell y'all. Listen, don't shoot the messenger. The truth is the light, gang. He always got to do something for something. He doing something for something. Either he doing something for the company, or he doing something for his family, or he doing something for one of his employees, or he doing something for their family, or something. It's something. It's always something. It's never not nothing. And that's what y'all don't understand about being a boss. A lot of y'all be so conflicted on why he act like that. He's so funny. He moves so funny. He be talking so funny. That's because he done been through so much, or she done been through so much. That person has evolved to a different level of maturity. And y'all don't understand it yet because you haven't made it there. See, once you get to a place where they're at, then you'll have a better understanding of why they act like that, why they move like that, why they think like that. You know what I'm saying? Why they have such trust issues like they have. See, when you become the person who's supposed to be the boss, and everything falls on you, and everybody's depending on you. Everybody on IG, just jump over to YouTube. Same name, King T420 SCC. Definitely appreciate you. We still there. But yeah, when you the boss and everything falls on you, then you have to think differently. Your strategizing has to be a little bit different from how regular people strategize. Because you got to strategize for your whole company and the people that's in your company. You know what I'm saying? You're not just strategizing for just you. You strategizing for you, the people in your company, the people that the families that they take care of. You strategizing for your family. You strategizing for the future of the business. See, y'all don't be getting it, man. Like, I be trying to get y'all to understand it. Being the boss come with so much different territory. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all think it's just simple. A lot of y'all think like, it just is what it is. And I can do whatever I want to do because I'm the boss, and because I got a couple dollars, I can live how I want to live, and I can be who I want to be, and da. It ain't like that. And that's why I said a lot of y'all don't got a boss mentality. A lot of y'all can't live a boss life. A lot of y'all can't be with the bosses that y'all want to be with. And a lot of y'all can't do the things that bosses do because y'all don't have it. Y'all don't got it. If you had it, it would be much simpler for you to do it. It will come naturally. See, a lot of things that the boss do, they come natural to him or her because they used to doing these things. They so used to doing these things that it's like they so used to doing these things that they just come natural. You know what I'm saying? The boss used to being the person that a lot of people depend on. The boss is used to being the person that he got to come up with quick decisions that can help solve the problems, that can help move everybody forward. He used to being the person that's going through something that as he going through something, he still got to push forward and put in the work. He or she, whoever they may be, that person is used to putting on all the weight. And that's what is just what they used to. So if you're not gonna help them, then you should definitely not be around that person. You shouldn't try to be with that person. You shouldn't try to be up under or all up on that person. You shouldn't try to be the type of person that's, being a liability to that person, especially if you know that person is helping take care of other people. They helping do things for um, other families. They helping build better for the future. You like why be the person that's just gonna be the liability when you can definitely be the person that's gonna be the asset? You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of y'all just don't get it. Like being the asset will forever be the best option when you want to deal with the boss. If you want to deal with the boss and you want to be with the boss, then you gotta act like you know how to maneuver around while you with the boss. As long as you know how to do that, then things will come natural to you. Things won't be so foreign to you when you doing things with the boss and when the boss is teaching you things, like because you have found the best version of yourself. And let me say this to everybody: the best version of yourself is always open and honest about knowing that they can take in some new knowledge and learn something new. If you haven't came to a place where you know that learning something new is something good for you, then you need to start over, try again. Go back to the mirror, do a little bit more criticizing of yourself, and figure out what got you thinking that you can't learn just like everybody else. Because a real boss know every day he can learn something new. This is exactly why he the boss. Because he know I got this business because I got a few different ideas from a few different people and I put them bitches to work. Now they worked out for me and now I'm the boss. I actually employ these people. So to add on to that, I got to keep getting new ideas. So I got to keep learning new things. I got to keep growing, evolving, and maturing as the boss. So yeah, again, the mentality a lot of y'all got, y'all could never be the boss. Y'all will never make it. Like these are like the facts to some of this. Is like a lot of y'all don't even understand who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand the power that you have in yourself. A lot of y'all don't understand like you can move mountains if you just put your mind to it. With faith in God and having your faith in the belief in yourself that you can do it, you can do it. Not only do I know you can do it, but I'm sure that a lot of y'all have thought about, dang, why haven't I done certain things before? And I knew I could do it. And that's the thing. Don't just know you can do it. Get up and do it. Be the person that's doing something. Don't be like the average typical person and feel like they can do something, then don't try to do it. Be the different, be the unique, be the weirdo person that feel like you could do something and look at everybody else saying, yeah, I might could do that and not trying to do it and be like, nah, fuck that, I'm finna do it. Be that person. Because the person that actually does it, that's the person that got the trait to become the boss. Because they not just gonna sit around and be like, well, it might not go this way. It might not go that way. The boss gonna actually make sure when they feel like, yo, I gotta do this. They gonna step out and they gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna do it because they the boss. They ain't gonna. It's not gonna be like, yo, I probably could have did that, and then they gonna feel like they blew an opportunity. No, what makes this person live the boss life that they live, what makes them the boss that they are, is because they take those chances. They step out on faith and they get it done. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all just have to start stepping out on faith and start getting it done. A lot of y'all haven't been getting it done. Y'all just been talking about it and everybody just want to live it, but living it ain't just how it go. It ain't just how it go. It's not just how it go. I'm sorry. These people have to put in so much work. These people have to put in so much time and effort. These people have to put in so much love into what they do. They have to be so focused on what's going on in their life. You know what I'm saying? They have to be so focused on making sure they making the right moves, that they doing the right things for others. They have to be sure. And a lot of y'all not sure of yourself. So before you can even be the boss, you got to get more sure of yourself. And this is the truth. I ain't just playing with y'all. I ain't just talking to y'all. It's me telling y'all that the truth about the matter is you can be whoever you want to be. You can be whoever you thought you could be. You can be the best person in the world. And if you don't put in the effort to be that person, then you won't be that person. But if you put in the effort to become the best version of yourself, then hanging with the bosses, dating the bosses, and being a boss, those things will start to come natural to you. Because you're starting to do the things that the bosses do. You're starting to think like the bosses think. You're starting to click like the bosses, like they mind click. It don't stop. It's always going. It's always going. Y'all be wondering why people be so spaced out sometimes. Sometimes they be in their phone and this, that, and the other, and da, da, da. Because a lot of times when a boss be working and thinking and moving, they don't really be focused on what's going on around them. They be focused on making things happen. So when they be doing stuff, they really be in their mind thinking about what I'm gonna do next. What's the next thing I'm finna do? What's the next thing I'm finna do? How I'm gonna add on to this? How I'm gonna add on to that? What the people? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, being the boss ain't always peaches and cream, man. Being the boss sometimes can be like, it can be the worst feeling, because you the person that got to make all the decisions. You the person that got to stand on everything. If something go wrong, if something wrong happen, you the person that is going to fall on. You the person that got to bear the weight. As the boss, you the person that, if listen, and that's the thing. Like a lot of y'all, again, that's why I say all the time, a lot of y'all don't even realize. A lot of y'all don't even realize. A lot of y'all don't even realize that some of the stuff that y'all be doing be like, yo, like, man, you could have been such a better person. You could have been such a you could have did so much better. You could have came out on top, but a lot of y'all don't even think that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't really think that, and that's the crazy part to me. A lot of y'all don't even think that y'all could have done better. A lot of y'all don't think that y'all still can do better, and that's where the problem lies. Because people be trying to get y'all to realize that you can be somebody. You can be more than just you can be more than just the worker. You can be more than just the person sitting at home thinking you can't do better. You can be more than just the person that's down and feel like they're down on their luck. You can be more than that. You can be a somebody. You can be the person that change everything that's going on in your situation and others around you. And all you got to do is be the person that just be like, you know what? I ain't going to just keep talking about this boss life shit. I'm finna actually start doing something so I can live the boss life. And once you start doing these things, then you will get an understanding about what's going on. You understand? Then you will get an understanding about how these people that claim they bosses really be doing all this boss stuff because you'll start making the same kind of decisions. See, always been the type of person that had my own unique thoughts. Always been the type of person that wanted to have more. Always been the type of person who didn't want to just work for somebody else my whole life. Like I literally always been that type of person. I ain't never not just wanted to, you know, I ain't never just not wanted to, you know, have my own. I've always wanted to have my own. Like, mine's, like, my own. Like, my own business, my own everything. You know what I'm saying? So, I've always been that person. I ain't never been the person that didn't want to have and do better and show and prove. Always been a person that wanted to show and prove. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to be the person that's showing and proving when, you know, you don't feel like you got it. On the flip side of that, you still drive forward. You still push forward. Even knowing you ain't got it. Even knowing things be like a little shaky. Even knowing things can be like, oh man, I don't know what to do right now. But see, the boss, when he don't know what to do or she don't know what to do, she not getting ready to go complain. He not about to go be doing all this mumbling and getting ready to be all upset and shit like that. You know what he gonna do or she gonna do? They gonna fucking think. They gonna go talk to some wise consultants. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go and find the answer. Because that's what bosses do. And that's why they live the boss life. All that boss life shit that everybody wants so bad. Everybody be screaming, boss life, boss life, boss life. All that shit that y'all want so bad. They have to really strive to get that. They really had to put in work and effort to get that. Like, I be wondering why y'all think that these people don't put in time and effort to become the people that they become. Like, yeah, everybody can claim they're a boss, but can everybody continue to live the boss life? See, if the boss go broke, let me tell y'all how the boss think. If the boss go broke, he not getting ready to blame it on everybody else. All he gonna do is assess the situation. He gonna figure out what the problem was, and then he gonna blame himself for not noticing the problem in the beginning. He or she, if they're a real boss. And then, even being broke, they still gonna be humble. They still gonna love people. They still gonna help people. And then they gonna grind and climb back to the top. Because that's what real bosses do. So, again, y'all people not cut out for this shit. I don't know why y'all think that just because y'all touch a couple dollars, that make you a boss. I don't know why y'all think just because y'all cool with a couple people that touch a little money, that make you a boss. I don't know why y'all think just because you done screwed a couple people with a couple dollars, that make you know what the boss life is like. That ain't how that shit work. It never had worked like that, and it never will work like that. Boss life completely different. Smoke game. The boss gonna forever have to look out for his people. He ain't gonna never not look out for his people. But all you people who screaming y'all the boss, y'all got a problem doing shit for y'all people. That's why I respect the people who know they can be in a boss position, but they don't scream their boss because they know they not really doing boss shit. I respect that. You know why? Because they know if they doing boss shit, then a lot of things that they doing might be different. So they don't. And they don't claim that they a boss. They just claim they who they is. I'm just me. And again, if y'all remember, I told y'all this earlier, that's how a lot of bosses start. Because they just them. They just who they is. See, real bosses grind from the bottom. They literally grind from the bottom. Real bosses, they grind from the bottom and then they work their way to the top. So if a nigga just so happen to fall off when he at the top, or she at the top, if they just so happen to fall off when they up there, they're not going to complain about not being at the top no more. You know what they going to do? They're going to work their ass off, they're going to keep their faith, and they're going to grind harder until they get back there again. Life don't stop because you hit a lump in the road. And see, a lot of y'all, again, that's why I tell y'all ain't got the boss mentality. Y'all hit a motherfucking bump in the road and be like, well, damn. Anybody tell me this shit was gonna happen? Anybody tell me it was gonna be like this? Why? And you know what happened? The boss be like, yo, I ain't think you was trying to take this road. So, yeah, why would I tell you that it was gonna be like this? Why would I tell you that this road come with bumps? You ain't never mentioned nothing like this to me. Hell, you ain't never even tried to help me on my road. Smoke game. So why would I even think that this was the road that you was trying to take? Why would I think that you thought you could hang out and be with the bosses? Why would I think that? You ain't doing the shit that we do. You ain't acting how we act. You ain't putting in the same type of effort or work. Excuse me. Young man, young lady, excuse me. What made you think that you was trying to be the boss if you ain't putting in the same effort as the boss? What made you think you was trying to be the boss if all you doing is whining and complaining and talk about what the boss is doing? Nah. The boss didn't talk about what the other boss was doing. You know what he did? He went and became a boss himself. I ain't finna tell y'all, all these motherfuckers over here, when I work for these motherfuckers, they treated me so bad, and then I don't fuck them motherfuckers. You know why? God bless them at the same time. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Y'all will never even know who I was even talking about if I was. You know why? Because a real boss don't move like that. Listen, God bless them people. Let them do what they doing. Because it ain't going to stop me from becoming who I'm going to become. Not even almost. Yeah, so it's like they can't stop a boss from being a boss. You might can stop a wannabe boss from being a boss, but a real boss, you can't stop a real boss from being a boss. Because no matter what obstacles that they have to overcome, no matter what they have to go through, they gonna do that shit because that's who they is. It's naturally built inside of them to be who they are. Nothing you can do about that. You could try to change it. You can talk trash about it. You can be mad at them. Like, you can be like, man, this motherfucker fell off and they easy. Yeah, all that. People fall off all the time and jump back up. So y'all got to be mindful of that. Real bosses are mindful of that. And that's why they the boss and you not. Because they know how life works. Real bosses move like real bosses is supposed to move. They help take care of people. They help take care of other people on a daily basis. Like on a regular, like yo. Like clockwork. Yeah, real bosses help take care of people like clockwork on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, yo. He'd be like, yo, whatever. If you don't know what's going on here, don't even worry about it because I know exactly what's going on here. And I'm going to deal with it like I always deal with it accordingly. And that's how bosses do. They don't really wait on other people. They not finna be gonna cut me off. I don't care. They not finna. Bosses not finna wait on other people. They not finna be upset because life didn't happen to them a certain kind of way. They just gonna be like, you know what? Life happens. And some stuff I just gotta deal with. And not only do they deal with it, but again, like I told y'all in the very beginning, they deal with it and they overcome it because they real bosses. That's how bosses move. Real bosses ain't never been the type to just sit around whine and complain. I ain't saying that they don't have I ain't never had no moment where it was like, you know, I felt like everything was caving in on me, like shit could be better, and like, yeah, I ain't saying I ain't never had those moments. That ain't what I'm saying to y'all. What I'm saying is, even with those moments, we overcome those moments by ourselves. We don't even, most of the time, we don't even deal with nobody else when we having those moments. We just go through them moments, and after we deal with them, boom, we push forward, and we keep pushing forward. We don't stop. Like, why stop now? You see what I'm saying? Like, what would be the purpose of stopping now? I don't see a purpose. As a real boss, you don't see a purpose of stopping when you know all you got to do is keep going. If I keep going, something good is going to happen. And that comes along with having the faith in what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You can't just think that you're doing all this stuff and it ain't gonna pan out. You can't just be half-assed with it. Like, I don't know if something gonna happen. I don't know if something gonna shake. I don't know if anything really gonna. Nah, you half-ass into it. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about on the days when you ain't got nothing. I'm talking about on the days when you can't even see the sun out. When you don't think it's nothing but rain. A real boss still gonna get up and be like, something good gonna happen, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing it. I ain't gonna stop. You can't stop me. That's the whole goal for the real boss. You can't stop me. And you not gonna stop me. Who you thought you was? Oh, you thought you had you one, huh? You thought I was gonna quit because you came through with that little fluke? No, that was just some little fluke shit you came through with. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you got off with that. But I immediately bounced back. Oh, you ain't? That's because you ain't know I was a real boss. See, you was a real hater. I had peeped that from the beginning, though. So I had already set up the other boom boom because I knew you might come through on some fluke. So when you came through with the fluke, I was already prepared. I got the fuck on, dipped around, came around, swung back, boom, and we back. Because I'm a real boss. It don't take for me to be, oh man, I can't do the same shit that I was doing. These motherfuckers came and hated on me. They done took my spot and all that. Nigga, a real boss don't give. I'm gonna do what I'm doing regardless. No, I don't need a nigga. You can't stop me from doing what I'm doing. Period. And that's just what it is. A lot of y'all don't got a boss mentality. A lot of y'all think y'all got a boss mentality because y'all think y'all can bully y'all way into people's lives. Y'all can bully y'all way into certain doors. Y'all can bully y'all way into certain. Real bosses don't bully their way into shit. Because real bosses ain't letting nobody bully them. So they ain't finna go trying to bully them on nobody. Because they know if I'm really dealing with bosses like myself, a nigga not finna bully me. And I ain't finna be trying to go around bullying nobody because that ain't how this shit work for real. If you can be bullied, you not the boss. It's somebody else somewhere else. You might be the one with the money, but you're not the boss. I need to find who the boss is. See, y'all don't be understanding that. Y'all be so caught up with seeing the glitz and the glamour. Y'all be so caught up with seeing the, oh, it look like this shit finna shake. Oh, it look like it's popping over here. It look like this. It look like that. Oh, they got it. They got it. They got it. Y'all be so caught up with the wrong shit that y'all have missed the whole point. The whole time the boss be trying to teach you what the fuck really going on, and instead of catching what he putting down, you'll be steady trying to add some bullshit to the shit he telling. Not only that he told you, no, that ain't what it is. See? That's what I be trying to get y'all to see. If y'all really knew what it was to be the boss, if y'all really knew what it was to have to carry all the weight, if y'all really knew what it was to be the person that everything lays on their shoulders, they got to bear all the brother, all they got to take the whole hit. If y'all really knew what it was to be that person, y'all would act differently. y'all might even have a boss mindset. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. This is why a lot of y'all don't got the boss mindset. Because y'all don't see it the way the bosses see it. Y'all see it the way y'all see it. And the way y'all see it is skewed. It's like skewed vision. It's like real cloudy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it mean when it's real cloudy out, like real cloudy vision. You can see like what's directly in front of you, but you can't really see like what's at the end of the block. Right. Cause see the boss, he done seen what's around the block. Fuck just what's at the end of the block. He done seen what's around the block. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. The mentality of living the boss life and being the boss is completely different for most people. And man, I just don't want y'all to feel like, a lot of people be trying to play y'all like, they don't know who y'all is, or they ain't nobody thinking about you, or they don't think you nobody like that. It don't necessarily be that. Most of the time when you're dealing with a boss, they man always on some boss shit, so they're always thinking about making boss moves. And if you ain't talking about incorporating some boss moves or being an asset, or asking them to help you be a boss so you can make some real boss moves and really into doing some, like, you can focus on some real shit where they can really help you, they not really giving a fuck about what you got going on, because they really focused on what the fuck they got going on. It's just that simple. So, I want to thank everybody for coming out to Smoking with the King. Everybody that came and joined the show, I definitely appreciate y'all. All love. I will always love y'all for coming to join the show. Listen, we small now, y'all, but when we get big, I just want y'all to remember, I always told y'all, we gonna be there. Ain't no stopping us. We going. Ain't nowhere to go from here but up. You feel me? So, again, I appreciate y'all for coming out, joining Smoking with the King each and every Friday. And, yeah, the times right now is varying between 4 o'clock and 4:20. But, hey, we definitely know at 4:20, we smoking with the King, baby. I appreciate y'all. Please come and join me again each and every Friday. I love y'all.